This is Ken Smith, reminding you it happened today, March 1st. But the year was 1516. A baby was born. His name, Erasmus. He would write a book that would change the world. It was called In Praise of Folly. It was written in 1509. It was a satire based on the superstitions of European society as well as the church. Folly, the main character, parades as a goddess. Her child, the god of wealth. She was nursed by two nymphs, inebriation and ignorance. Her faithful companions were self-love and flattery and forgetfulness, as well as laziness and pleasure. She had two gods, intemperance and heavy sleep. Folly praises herself endlessly, arguing that life would be very dull and distasteful without her. Much to his surprise, the book was hugely popular. He was even astonished and dismayed at its success. Even the Pope was said to be fond of the book. But there was another book that Erasmus wrote. He completed the Novum Instrumentum Omni, the first published New Testament in Greek. He was born in 1466 in Rotterdam, an illegitimate son of a priest and his concubine. He was named after Saint Erasmus. When both parents died of the plague, Erasmus was sent to a private Latin school from the ages of 8 to 15. Here he learned what was called the Devotio Moderna, a movement of religious reform focusing on simplicity, separation from the world, and Christ as the great example for their obedience. It was poverty that led Erasmus to enter an Augustinian monastery in 1487. He took his vows, was ordained 1492. It was in 1505 that he printed his New Testament. In his preface, he wrote of the importance of recovering true spirituality by recovering the true text of the Bible. At that time, he also began a Latin translation of the New Testament from Greek, correcting errors from the original Latin Vulgate. Erasmus believed that the church, with its corruptions and deadness, could be spiritually reformed by a return to its roots in the Bible. And so he translated commentaries of the early fathers, developed a method of theology, and of course, translated the first Greek New Testament with Latin translations. All were meant to revive the teachings of Christ, a knowledge of Christ that would change a life. Erasmus's translation of the New Testament would be used by Martin Luther in his translation of the New Testament into German. Would use Erasmus's translation of the New Testament. And so there's good news and bad news, confusing news. But behind it all is the good news that this is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. This is Ken Smith reminding you it happened today, March 1st.